So the workshop is 3 days long. I was jumping at the bit to get to it. I was really excited to work with Kim. I'm a fan of all of her work, of her writing, of her interviews. I just think she's someone who is authentic and brilliant and like in tune with what being a human is really about. Coming in, I had a couple fears around my acting. One was my prep work and if the emotions were always going to show up and if my prep work could actually make that consistent for me. The tools that I learned in this 3-day workshop are legit and like guarantee for me that the prep work is there. Because a lot of it was actually blocks I had. So once I was able to have these techniques to clear those, then I could totally be in service of the character and I could just do the scene and open up every single part of myself and be very safe in all of my emotions, which is something I've been looking for years through therapists, through acting coaches, through education, through healthcare. And I feel like I got it all in this really intense 3-day weekend with Kim. Now I feel like there's no fear. I feel like I can just always be there on set, and she gave me specific tools to trigger that emotion right before the scene. And she gave me really practical advice of what it's like to be on a set and to have to take care of what you need to perform, because ultimately you're the one in front of the camera and you have to know how to trigger and set boundaries around what you need to perform. And Kim laid that out all in a really like healthy, clear way. You're doing this really intimate work with these strangers, basically being like, these are all the horrible things I think about myself. This is what's going through my head, blah. And I felt so safe doing that because all these people around me were at this similar level with me and experiencing things that were so relatable for me. It felt so good to be applying myself that way. It felt like all of my creativity was being used and applied and all of myself was being expressed, which being an artist or creative feels amazing to actually be accessed that way. Secondly, like she delivers on the sexuality on screen premise of how to access your sexuality and like turn it on and like be in touch with it, approve of it, share it with others in a safe way. All the tools she gave us deliver on that, and I feel so empowered with that in my personal relationships right now, but also as an actor. When I go into that room, like I can change the air, I can like be in that heat. It's alive in me in a really functional and healthy way that I really approve of, and I want to share it with people. And Kim and Michael, amazing combination, because Kim is like this medicine woman, like wild feminine, totally in touch with all the nurturing and creative power of being a woman. And then Michael is like this Zen master, like strong, stoic, powerful, but gentle and like attentive. Together you got the best of the masculine and feminine, and they told you how you could access these things in yourself and like what it meant to have healthy masculine and feminine working together. It was so helpful to see the masculine and feminine in balance and then to be treated in a really loving, respectful way. Because a lot of us coming into the workshop had past issues with men or with women or with our family, like people who should love you. And then being in this space where all these people grew into being functional men and women and having them treat you like that was like shedding years of pain and like years of miseducation. That reflects on my acting because I'm so open now. I don't go into the room expecting people to shit on me or expecting, you know, the man to be closed off. I go into the room now being like, here is a functional person who wants to be my collaborator with, and I can bring my artistic leadership in for how I see this role because I love all the parts of me and I feel safe being angry or I feel safe being in my grief. These wounds that were before subconsciously coming out, now I feel like I have this giant bag of like all these stories that I can like draw on as like my juice and my gold, and I can go back to them through sense memories and use them in service of the character, openly, freely offering it versus having it shut me down or make me dim myself or like scared to access it. It's intense. Like you're there for almost 12 hours straight and you're accessing all of your emotions. You're using every part of your body. It was really I mean, demanding in all aspects, but I feel like has let me reclaim myself and reconnect to who I was 10 years ago and have been like struggling and fighting. And that has all been cleared because of this course and because of how much work and sensitivity and love and care Kim and Michael put into this. You have to take this course. You have to take it. And like take it properly, clear time, show up, trust yourself, and share openly. And this will literally free you.